sour. This little thing of ours. I gave this hustle everything I got. Always kept it real from the very start. Niggas ain't thorough like I always thought. Damn.
Little Twister Dax, King Noodles, yo, about to roll one. Matter of fact, twist two of those. Yo, they wound up stopping the fight. Still took a point away from Shabazz. Rematch scheduled on October 9th. Rematch scheduled on October 9th.
Hey guys, welcome back to a special edition of On the Scene. Yes, it is my birthday, the big 5-0. And today I have my special guest and friend, Philip P. Scott, graphic designer, visual artist, painter, designer. What's going on?
What's up? Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. How are you?
Good. I can't be better.
Good. So you guys, this is Philip's follow-up interview. I had him back, I think it was like 4 years ago, at his other art gallery. And just, guys, just look at this. Isn't this amazing? So Philip, I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm a visual artist. Been an artist since I was, the age of 6 or 7. I've been always, into art and stuff like that. I went to school in New York for visual art. I'm just an all-around creative. Like you said, I wear many hats in the creative space. I design clothes. I am a master barber. I work on the set of Chicago PD.
Hey.
I do a lot, and this is my gallery. I've owned this for over a decade now, which is proud to say. It's been a while. This particular space, I've only been here for about 3 years. Last time we did this interview was at the old space.
Yes.
But I was at the old space for about 8 years. So, I'm originally from New York. I moved here in 2006. So now I'm kind of like, I've been here for a while, so I'm like a New York, Chicagoan. But I call this my home now. Chicago is home. And I made it here. I came here by way of other business, which was fashion.
Okay.
I initially came here with a business partner of mine, and we decided to start a clothing line as well as a chain of retail stores.
Okay. What's your clothing line?
The clothing line at the time was called Conde Couture.
Okay.
It was a high-end streetwear brand that fused art with high-end blazers. So we would do embellishments and prints and stuff like that on blazers, and put like Swarovski crystals and stuff like that on it. And that was a hit back then. It was a wave, and we rode that wave for a while.
Okay.
And then I kind of segued back into art. Found my way back home.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's.
Okay. So who would you say was your biggest inspiration with the art? Coming into art.
Well, as a kid, my favorite artist was Dolly.
Okay.
Dolly was my favorite artist, and then as I grew in the art world and I understood art better and I understood culture better, then I was drawn to Basquiat.
Okay.
Basquiat represented us, and on not just because of the fact that he was black, but he represented the street art culture, when the street art culture wasn't being recognized. And it was hard for him to break into the world of art because of it, but eventually because he had a co-signer, and Warhol, kind of boosted his brand and made him a thing. But yeah, he was an inspiration for me, along with a lot of other artists, but those two artists are probably the most significant influences to me.
Now, with everything that you're doing, the barber and everything, how do you balance it all?
That's been a struggle my entire life, just trying to figure out how to balance it all. I don't know, at this age now, I've kind of figured out a way to just slow down a bit and pick my spots as opposed to trying to get it all done at one time. So I try to pace myself a bit more, but wearing a lot of hats, I also understand that you can't And so I'm trying to get to that point, and I think I'm setting the table for that. At some point, I do want to just hone in on one specific thing
Okay.
and allow the other things to kind of be self-sufficient. That's the goal. But you know, when I was younger, and not to say I'm like this old man, you know, that's what it sounds like. But when I was way younger, and had so much more energy, it was fun doing all the different things. Now it's a little bit more challenging just because it's not that I'm slowing down per se, but it's that, you know, it starts to weigh when you have, you're being pulled from all these different directions. So, yeah, I don't know, multitasking and doing that is kind of a challenge. So I don't really have a full answer for that.
All right, what advice would you give to any youth out there saying, oh, you know, I want to get into what you're doing? Give me your top 3.
Into the art space? You know, the main thing that I would tell a young, aspiring artist is that in order for you to find your true identity in art, you can't try to reach outside of yourself. You have to find it within yourself, and that's what's going to give you your niche or your niche style. It's going to give you identity. It's going to create your hand. Because when you look outside of yourself and you're reaching for all these different, you know, styles and trying to force the issue, it doesn't really come, and it doesn't flow naturally. So that's the number one thing I would say, because I see a lot of young artists, and I did it. I was guilty of it myself. I was trying to find identity, and I was just, you know, experimenting with all these different things, and it wasn't until I came. It wasn't until I understood that it was all within. The things that would create my originality was always just who I am. That's what I have to tap into, not other things, right? So and then the other part is learning the business aspect of art and not just being a creative, right? Like in this day and age, there's so many different avenues and different ways of being your own manager and being your own boss to a certain extent, and it's kind of, you know, that entrepreneurial world. You have to learn how to be that for yourself, unless you find somebody that can do it for you. But in the early stages, you have to be that for yourself. So you have to learn the business aspect of it as well. Those are the things that I would.
So tell me a little bit about this beautiful work behind you.
Yeah, so this is Ingrid Bar. She's a really great artist from the Netherlands. This is our second show with her. Her first show was phenomenal. We figured it'd be great to do a repeat. She's a photographer / digital artist. She takes these photos of different muses and then she manipulates them. And she creates the textures and all the different things that you see, the sparkles and gold, makes it look like gold leaf and stuff like that. She does a fantastic job with it, and it's done on highly archival art paper. And she frames the work. It's very professionally done. So yeah, the work is amazing.
You don't have any difference.
No, this is her show. Yeah, I haven't done a show in about 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys, he has some amazing work. I'll definitely post it. You guys will see it. Let me tell you, you are such an inspiration. It's beautiful. Your first gallery, amazing. This one is spectacular. Thank you so much for gracing my platform. I do not want to go without a special gift. All my guests get a beautiful dress.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me back. Definitely, you are always welcome to come back. Definitely will be back. So thank you guys for tuning in for this special morning edition of On the Scene. Thank you, Philip, for hanging out with me once again. Thank you. See you guys next time on The Scene.
gonna be God given. It's gonna just happen. Like one day you're gonna do something and you're gonna be like, wow, that's different. But that's odd enough. It's me though. That's really my style. Like, and it'll happen. As long as you continue to paint and continue to try to develop that, it will happen. It won't happen if you sit there and you try to think of all these ideas and you just force them. That's when it doesn't happen. So my name is P. Scott, and this is how I'm doing what it takes. You know, just growing up as a kid, I used to always draw and paint and stuff like that, mostly draw. And then eventually I started picking up on tagging and graffiti, and that kind of introduced me to the world of painting. And I used to just initially tag, and then I got into graffiti, and that's what kind of really developed my love for art. I think I knew that I wanted to be an artist, or I appreciated art on a whole nother level, and I eventually got into a school and giving them the inspiration to want to paint more and really pursue their art career. It made me understand that being a gallerist was maybe something that I wanted to do as well. So I eventually found this space, and this is when I turned it up. Like, this is when it became a whole different thing for me. And once I got this space, I just continued to really soar in terms of being a gallerist. People come in here and they appreciate the vibe, they appreciate the energy, and they'll tell somebody else, hey, look, this is really cool gallery, you should check them out. I appreciate this gallery because I feel like this is what you would call a people's gallery, right? You know, I like to see all people of different cultures and races and, you know, just different flavors to mix.
What's up, y'all? P. Scott. I was just on the scene with my girl, my friend, Maubra. You can hit me up at pscottart.com, or you can check me out on Instagram at pscottart.